Hey everyone, all right, let's talk about what happened on Raw last night. So, full disclosure, I was half an hour late getting into the show because I had been at an event for Junior League and I left right at 8 and ran home. Luckily, my husband had it on. So, I missed the first USO segment. I have gone back and watched it, really, really liked it. And I do like how they're doing the thread again, where something that starts to show weaves its way through everything. And I really loved what they did with the Usos throughout the show. With that, I came in when Sheamus was walking to the ring. So I got the Sheamus Ludwig Kaiser match. It was good. I still feel like Sheamus, since coming back, hasn't had a real meaty storyline. And I think he's great. I just feel like he's kind of lost in the shuffle. And I think this is a problem right now. There's so many great people that they almost don't like having a storyline to do stuff with them. That's just kind of my feeling. With that, I thought it was a good match. I also kind of feel the same way about Ludwig. I can't talk yet this morning. That he's kind of lost in the shuffle of everyone. Yeah. So I thought it was a good match. I just don't know where it leads us next, if that makes sense. With that, we had some really great promos and backstage stuff that happened, right? Of course, the Rhea Ripley pre-tape. You know I love me some Rhea Ripley. She looked beautiful. See, I can't talk yet. Rhea Ripley. But she looked gorgeous. It was great. It's doing what it has to. I think it's answering the question. I kind of wish she would have harped a little bit more on how her tag team with Raquel Rodriguez ended. I don't know. I just kind of wanted a little bit more meat. But I feel like she should lean more into you're playing the victim, but you're really not the victim in all this. Anyways, that personal opinion. Just wish we would have got a little bit more, but I could listen to Rhea all day and be totally happy. We had a Gunther promo, that was good. Then we had that really awesome thing with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. I kind of loved it. I loved the Seth coming to the ring. I loved him going in the back, taking the jacket off. I loved the fighting on the car, and then magically Bronson gets up and no one can believe it. I just loved the whole thing. It made me very excited for a match at Crown Jewel that I was not that excited about, if that makes sense. We had a women's match with Zelina and Ivy Nile. I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean, it was good. Ivy Nile's good. I mean, I expected her to win. Kind of shocked by how she won. But also, I think, that's just American made. They're really, really trying to build them into this cheating heel group who really doesn't get what they get things on their own merit. Even though that's kind of their shtick, right? On the surface, they're supposed to be the best of the best, and then in reality, they cheat to get everything they want. So I'll take it. I feel again, because then we have LWO later, so they're clearly trying to build something between American Made and LWO. But, and let's get to this part, where, what happened with American Made and the Wyatt Six? Why did the Wyatt Six just stop bothering them? That I'm still very unclear on. And we had to tie into that because we also had the backstage with Karrion Kross and The Miz talking, and later on, Karrion Kross basically being your job is to go find them, or I'm going to break your legs. I liked Karrion Kross in this kind of role. I love The Miz as a heel, and I kind of love The Miz even more as the heel who's oh shoot, I'm in over my head and I don't know what to do with all this type of stuff. So I'm liking it. My favorite moment though, my husband, again, you all who follow me know that my husband does not like wrestling. He's not a wrestling fan. Again, there's that backstage with R-Truth, who you all know I love, and Alpha Academy. And my husband even was oh, that would be the best combo. He's R-Truth with Alpha Academy. He's I want to see this. So he was excited about seeing that little thing. I did love R-Truth being up Miz. finally R-Truth gets some on The Miz after being treated so badly and being treated so badly by so many people and turning the other cheek and being his wonderful loving self. I was happy he finally got his like moment with Miz, and I can't wait to see how they progress that storyline a little bit. But again, I feel like The Miz is kind of in these two competing storylines. There's like him and R-Truth fighting, but there's also this thing with the White Six and Final Testament that I don't totally understand. So to me, it's a little jumbled. But then throughout the show, like I said, missed the original Uso segment, but you had the Usos in all these different things. You had Sami Zayn introduced to him. Of course, Sami Zayn had a role in the bloodline. You had him kind of like talking to Jay about like being your own man and why are you getting involved in this, and they're all bad people. It's not just, Solo, and kind of making him think a little bit. Then to, go back to see his brother kind of like he's not family, and all that kind of stuff, with the culmination towards this part in the show, well, after the tag team match, but let's talk about it now because I'm already talking about it. Oops. Sorry, my light always times out on us when I'm trying to do these videos. Okay. With you seeing Sami Zayn talking with Solo in the car. Now, I have so many questions about this. Like, is Jimmy really on their side? Or was this like some type of setup? Why was Sami talking to Solo? So many unanswered questions. The look on Jay's face of just like pure sadness, my heart. Oh, great. I just love the extra layer in this whole story. And I'm wondering, like, where does Sami end up in this? Like, does he end up being like, Solo is such a horrible thing that I need to come help you guys? Is he the fourth for Survivor Series? Like, for War Games? Like, where is this going? Because they still need one more person for War Games. We all know that, right? And I just feel like this is ending. This has to go to War Games, right? Like, I just feel like that's the next step for this kind of bloodline versus bloodline rivalry. And in all that, where in the frick is The Rock again? Okay? Where is the final boss? All right, with all that, we get to the main event, which is Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio for, I believe, a number one contender match. Like I said, I missed the very beginning of Raw, where some of this might have been figured out, but Damian looked amazing. I do feel like Damian's kind of lost in this weird place of what storyline is he in, because they like got rid of the Terror Twins, which I really like. I feel like they canceled that way too soon. I could have watched the Terror Twins for a year, just honest truth. But he's still mad at the bloodline, but so is Rhea. Like, they're both still going after the same group. Why aren't they working together? I just don't understand. Make it make sense to me. And maybe it will. Like I said, I will go for this ride with them. And it was a good match. It was exactly what we thought would happen. Lots of interference. Dominic wins. Damian gets screwed because of the bloodline again, so that feud will continue. So nothing like I was surprised by that match. I kind of wanted Damian to win just because I like him so much. But yeah, that was the one thing that I was like, okay, like I feel like we're just continuing this storyline, but I don't know what the new angle is or direction now that we don't have Terror Twins. Like, I need it to make a little bit more sense for me, and maybe it will leading into Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. I'm not sure where this feud is going, and so I'm kind of curious about that for sure. All right, those are all my thoughts about Raw from last night. Tell me your thoughts, because I want to hear what you thought. Fill me in on what happened at the beginning and what your thoughts on it was, and I will talk to you all soon. All right. Oh, also, Lillian, Chef's Kiss did much better tonight than she did the first night, but it's like riding a bike for a ring announcer. So, but there is something very nostalgic to me about hearing her voice announce on WWE TV again. All right, that was my last thing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.